George Homer with Law Room and CampusClarity. Thank you for joining our call today to discuss integration and technology for the Law Room CampusClarity system. And so I am recording this, so it is available for future reference or for additional colleagues. And so so we're going to talk about 3 parts today. So we're going to go through 3 areas. So we're going to go through the Law Room Employee Learning Management System and how training is administered through Law Room. We're going to go through the CampusClarity student platform, which shows how student training is administered through CampusClarity. And then we're going to talk about optional authentication and data integration customizations. And so those would be single sign-on through CAS, Shieldboth, or LDAP, which eliminates the need to do multiple authentication. So so we integrate in through single sign-on. This is an optional feature. And then students or employees would be able to access training via their own credentials that the school, that the campus is providing them. We also have the ability to do inbound and outbound files for data automation, so through an HRS or other type of system. So those are all non-standard type customizations, which we will go through today. And so I'm going to start off with the CampusClarity learning management system. And so I'm going to actually just start right from the beginning of what this, how the system works. And so the standard approach without single sign-on or without data integration would be a batch upload of names and emails. So you can literally do a batch upload. You can download a template of a CSV or an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can upload that information into the system. So it's a self-serve option. Once you've done that, you can send out a course assignment, and so you can send out courses that you want, whether it's the standard Think About It, Part 2, the community college course, the grad student course, a sanctioned course. And then once you've set up the assignment, you can send out notifications that are branded to each campus with welcome messaging, with contact information, so all of the important information that students need to know on why they're receiving this. Now, once you've set up the notification, you can set up automated email reminders that go out specifically around your parameters. And once again, these are branded to your campus. It's got the welcome messaging. It's got the contact information. And so information on why they're getting this, this email reminder. Now, once students have started taking the program, you can go in and look at different parameters around participation, demographics, performance and engagement, you can look at behavior trends, so you can compare your campus to other campuses, to the pool of campuses in the CampusClarity program. So these are data analytics. You can look at feelings and experience trends, and so this information reports on students' experiences and feelings about sex and sexual assault, so it reveals perceptions and misperceptions, and this is all anonymous and aggregated information. So you can never tie this back to any one student. And then acute risk situations. So as a result of drug and alcohol use, students may find themselves in situations that are life-threatening or pose a high risk of injury, and so this shows how students are able to respond to these types of situations. And then we have a separate demographic piece that you can go in and look at. You can also look at insight reports, and so this tests the student's ability to recognize high-risk situations and identify effective intervention strategies. And so you get to see first try attempts, and so we have a question here, pick out the drink smart thinking. I drink beer from a bottle, so I know how much I'm drinking. 40% got that right on the first try, which is an extremely low number and is a problem. And so we want to look at ways to help improve those numbers. And then customizing the course with logos. So you can come in here and upload your own logo. You can upload your own policy. You can upload your own welcome letter and your campus photos. And then you can upload your own resources, because we know that resources do change. And so we have general resources, we have reporting options, support services, and then your policies. So you can go in and change these, because we know people change, resources change, departments change. I mean, it's not a static situation. So we want to make sure that you're able to self-serve and create your own, update your courses as you see fit. We have an optional climate survey that's integrated into all of this, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on that, but just to show you that you can come in here and build out your own climate surveys. This is an optional resource and an additional cost. You can either build out your own climate surveys, or you can use the White House survey questions that we provide here. So just another technology piece that's critical. And so walking into the Law Room LMS, so that gives you an overview of the CampusClarity LMS. It's very easy to use. We do train you on it with our customer success team. But going into the Law Room LMS, so we've actually just reimagined and reiterated our learning management system for Law Room. So it looks different, so it's more intuitive. You can do batch uploads, and it's just a better look and feel. And so here we can add attendees, or we can upload a list. We can view and edit attendees. You can go in here and change attendees, change their names, change their status. You can print course certificates as well as policy acknowledgments. And so being able to electronically sign and acknowledge a policy, and then having that in a report is important, because if there is an incident down the road, you have that electronically stored, and you can say, hey, this person did electronically sign and acknowledge our policy, so he or she did in fact know their requirements under the law as a responsible employee. So definitely something very important piece of all this. Assigning courses is a snap, so you can do it in mass. You can do it by individuals. So there's a wide range of ways to assign courses and make it as easy as possible. And then we can come in and look at progress reports. So we can look at multiple attendees. We can look at individual attendees. So here I can look at different parameters. I can pull different report types. There's like 60 different reports here that you can pull to get the information you're looking for. And we have a return email list, so you can go in and actually see how people are, if they're not getting their emails for whatever reason from the course, you can go in, maybe it's a bad email address, and make that change. Survey and ask the instructor, so you can go in and actually look at summary surveys. We maintain about a 4.2 average out of 5 on learning and engagement over millions of attendees, which is an awesome number. So you can actually go in here and see your own survey summaries, post-course surveys. You can look at comments. You can see how people are responding. So you can show the CFO that, hey, we expended this much money, but we've got high ratings. People like the material they're learning. So there's a great deal of information that you can get. And you can look at progress reports. You can actually see how long someone was in a course. So if they said, I've been in this course for 3 hours, that's not true, but you can go in and actually show that that's not true. And then we get into automated email reminders. So just like for the students, these are automated email reminders that go out automatically, let folks know they need to get this done. And so you can set up different parameters, days of the week. You can set up frequency, once a week, twice a week. You can set up manual email reminders that you can come out with a stronger message. And then you can set up course completion notices that go out and say, hey, we appreciate your work, thank you, or whatever other messaging you want to say. And so I'm happy to pause here before we go into the optional authentication and data integration and answer any questions. So please, throughout this, I mean, this is a much shorter webinar, but if there are any questions, stop us. And so lastly, so we looked at the Law Room Learning Management System. We looked at the CampusClarity Learning Management System, and so now we're going to talk about single sign-on, data integration, inbound and outbound files, all the optional programming that we can provide for specific needs. So single sign-on allows you to authenticate through your system, so your own registration system. You have authentication where people can log in with a unique login and password to get into their educational records. So single sign-on would allow them to use that same source to go in and take a Law Room or CampusClarity course. And so we can do CAS. So it's a very simple structure here. They can access the course via going into your system. There's also another SSO single sign-on called Shibboleth, and then we have a third type which is called LDAP. So usually IT is involved in this conversation, but it just makes life easier when you're looking at having students authenticate or employees authenticate into a system, so they don't have to have different credentials to get into different systems. So to get into Law Room or CampusClarity, they wouldn't have to have a different login and password, which just having 5 or 6 different logins and passwords for different systems is not easy. And then we talk about data integration, so doing inbound and outbound files so that things are automated, so that you have new hires, you have new students, you can just have file uploads that go in and automatically assign those courses daily, weekly, or monthly. And this is all done by SFTP. So inbound, you can use location types, emails, student ID, first and last name, group title. And then outbound, same thing, records would go back, completion records would go back into your registration system. So if you're doing registration holds, or if you're, you want to have that information in your system, they very easily go back through SFTP. So we have a question here. Do you support in common? And the answer is not yet. Probably by the end of the year we will be in common. We're just going through all of the paperwork right now, so we are working on it. And so that's pretty much it for me. It's pretty straightforward. It's really easy to use, and we have 15 customer success reps here to help you when you become a member with us. So we've onboarded 650 campuses, systems, large, small. We've got the UC system, Washington State Board of Community and Technical Colleges, POSHI in Pennsylvania, Texas State system, Cal State system. So very familiar with systems. So if there aren't any other questions, I'm happy to send this recording to Sophie, and I guess this will conclude our webinar series. But I do thank everyone for joining us. Sincerely, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come visit with us. I do appreciate Sophie and Taryn putting this all together for us and doing a great job with getting recordings out, getting people to show up. So thank you, and we will get this recording out here shortly. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.